Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are right now. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Priska, and today we're going to be talking about female hygiene, especially if you're a flight attendant. Because after years of flying as a flight attendant myself, I have realized that we stress a lot upon grooming, the word grooming. Now, when we talk about grooming, we automatically connect that word with hairstyle, with makeup, with attire, with the way you walk, with the way you talk. But I don't think that we stress upon hygiene when it comes to grooming. And grooming is more to do with hygiene than the way you look or the way you carry yourself. Of course, if you're in the aviation industry, it goes hand in hand. But today we are going to be discussing hygiene, so let's jump right into the video. Number one, hair and scalp health. Wash your hair every single day. I know this may sound harsh, but it's important to wash your hair every day because you're using hair products. I mean, hair styling products. The constant usage of wax sticks, hair gel, hairspray, and all of those things only add up in the scalp. And on top of that, you're sweating. Maybe you're wearing a hat because it's a part of your uniform. Like for the airlines that I worked for, both had hats as a part of the uniform. So the hats are most usually made of wool, which makes your scalp sweat a lot. So it's important for you to come back home, or if you're having a layover, go to the hotel and wash your hair regularly, because if you don't, then it's only going to build up on the gunk and it's only going to lead to unhygienic scalp, which will further make your scalp itchy, irritating, and smelly. So we definitely don't want that. Now, having said that, only shampooing and slapping on conditioner might not be enough. You need to have like a certain routine or a ritual. I like to call it ritual, wherein you mark in the calendar, according to your roster, of course, which are the days that is possible for you to go for a hair spa. So make this into a routine. Like for me, once in 2 weeks, I would either go to a spa or do like a DIY hair mask, which would exfoliate my scalp and make it absolutely clean. And oiling your hair is very, very important. I would oil my hair very often and use a clarifying shampoo. The transparent clarifying shampoo is great for washing off the oil, so there's no residue of the oil whatsoever in your scalp. So those are a few things that you can do. Now, as a flight attendant, a part of your job is to have your hair absolutely clean when it comes to hairstyling. So that will only come if the base is good. Like anything in life, right? Everything works out if the base is good. So if your scalp is healthy, your hair is healthy, I think that your hairstyle and everything would just come out really well. So you must take care of your scalp and hair. Number two, face and neck. Now, the basic rule says we've got to cleanse our face twice every day, once in the morning, once in the night, and do not sleep with your makeup on. Right? Now, for crew members, it's a little different because we don't really have a routine. What's morning, what's night, we don't know. Okay. Now, what I want to emphasize here is having a double cleansing routine in your skincare, because flight attendants don't wear their makeup for like 4 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours. We wear full coverage makeup for more than 12 hours mostly. So when we come back, we've got to give that time to our skin to really remove the entire day off with a cleansing balm or a cleansing milk, then going ahead and washing your face with a face wash that is more suitable for your skin. A few points to keep in mind: extend your skincare to the neck as well. Keep a separate towel for your face. Keep your skincare products away from the WC. Invest on good makeup and skincare brands. Now, having said that, I also want to stress upon having clean makeup tools, like cleaning your brushes regularly, cleaning your sponges regularly, whatever you use to apply makeup on your face. That plays a more important role than using expensive, skincare and makeup products. I hope it makes sense. Number three, oral hygiene. Now, this is extremely important, especially if you're a flight attendant. I'm sure you know why, because you're working in a confined area and you only have like maximum of an arm's distance with the person you're talking to, be it your colleague or a passenger, right? Now, when you're speaking to somebody at that proximity, you don't want a whoosh of bad breath, right? Again, it takes the whole impression down. No matter how well spoken you are, or how good looking, or how nicely you've done your hair and makeup, right? So it's important to maintain oral hygiene. Now, I'm not going to tell you to brush your teeth twice and everything like that, which I'm sure you're doing, but I would like to stress on oil pulling. Every day in the morning or whatever time you wake up, pop in like a teaspoon of extra virgin coconut oil, a good quality coconut oil, in your mouth, and just squish it in between your teeth. Just, kind of take it back and forth like it's oil pulling, as the name suggests, right? Just take it back and forth around your gums, around your teeth. Do this for as long as 15 minutes if time permits. If not, you can also do it for 5 minutes, let's say. And just spit out the coconut oil, but make sure to not spit it out in a sink, because if it's winters, it's just going to get clogged in the sink pipe. And flush it. And then you just brush your teeth as you do regularly. Now, if you do this for a prolonged period of time, it's going to help you with bad breath, and it's going to help you with healthy gum and whiter looking teeth. But this is not a quick fix. This is only beneficial if you do it for a prolonged period of time. Now, if you are somebody who has bad breath, please visit a doctor and get a solution to it. If not, I would highly recommend you not to chew chewing gum while you're on duty. Use mints, Indian spices like elaichi, which is a great option. You can just keep it in your mouth and you smell fresh every time. So that's one option. Number 4, ears. Now, please clean your ears. Now, I know a lot of us have this habit of washing our hair every 4th day, 3rd day, 5th day, 6th day. So we connect the ear wash or ear cleaning along with the hair wash day, but that shouldn't be the case. Now, this takes me back to the hair and scalp health that we were talking about in point number 1, is washing your hair regularly. If you do that, your ears are automatically going to be clean, because it's like a part of your head. So you've got to really, wash behind your ears. Take your soap, take your shampoo, use your fingers to gently clean, every part of your ear. Don't be too harsh, but do clean it every day. Let's say you're not washing your hair today. It's okay. Just take your shampoo or your soap or your body wash or your face wash, whatever it is, and wash behind the ears and every part of the ear gently with your finger. Number 5, extremely important, hands and nails. Now, as a flight attendant, you may not get a chance to speak with every single passenger that's there on your flight, but you're definitely going to serve every single one of them, right? So a passenger may not see your face, but will definitely look at your hands when you're serving them, right? So it's extremely important to have well-maintained nails and a well-moisturized hand. You may or may not agree with me on this, but having short nails is a sign of being extremely hygienic. And also, I feel like having short or medium nails, for that matter, helps you do your work efficiently in the cabin or in the galley. Like, it makes you faster, because as a flight attendant, you're constantly running on time and you've got to finish a certain task at a certain given time. So having short nails is the best if you're a flight attendant. Now, regardless of the fact if you have short or long nails, keep a spare toothbrush with you. A toothbrush that you no longer use to brush your teeth, that one. And every time you shower, just take that toothbrush and just run it under your nails, because we sometimes are not aware how our nails look because there's dirt or there's, accumulation inside. So just have the habit of cleaning it under. Number 6, body hygiene. Please shower regularly. I cannot stress enough on this, because I've seen crew members who don't shower regularly. I know it's gross. I know some of us think that showering every couple days is okay, but no, it's not. As a crew member, you have to shower regularly. You reach home, you shower, you land, you go into the hotel, you shower. You don't know what kind of germs your body is fighting, along with so many passengers inside that tube. You just have to come back and take a shower. That's it. Pat yourself dry, apply your moisturizer. You really don't have an option here. You have to apply a moisturizer, because as a flight attendant, your skin is getting extremely dry when you're flying up there. So you don't have an option. It's mandatory. You have to moisturize. Then you apply a good quality underarm roll-on, and then you apply your body mist, because how you smell is all about layering the products. Now, this goes without saying, change your undergarments daily. If you're showering daily, you're definitely going to change your undergarments daily, right? Number 7, feet hygiene. I feel like if there's one body part that flight attendants neglect the most, it's the feet. We are constantly on our feet, okay? We are walking up and down the aisle, we're standing during boarding, standing during service. We barely get chance to sit. It's just during takeoff and landing is when we get to sit really. So feet deserve as much care as your face does, right? So please take care of it. As flight attendants, we are very prone to having corns or callus, stuffs like that. So visit your doctor, of course, to be safe. Do not go on cutting your corns just like that. Visit a doctor. Next thing, if your feet are sweaty, please use microderm powder or use antiperspirant for feet as well, because you get them easily on Amazon. Sweaty feet will lead up to smelly feet, so we don't want that. Keep extra set of stockings with you at all points of time. The moment you feel like your feet are getting extremely sweaty and they might start stinking now, you can quickly go for a change. You can just dry up your feet slightly bit, use this powder and put on your stockings once again. Number 8 and the last one, period hygiene. Now we as crew members are working extensively long hours. Our body is going through time zone changes. We barely get the chance to go use the lavatory. And on top of that, if we get periods, I know how difficult it gets. Now, sanitary pads are something which would almost always be available in the aircraft. I would always carry a small pouch with me in my handbag, which would have extra sanitary pads, extra underwear, panty liners, intimate wipes. You can replace these with whatever you use, like a tampon. Please change your sanitary products every 6 hours. Follow the manufacturer instructions and your flow for the day. I know you hear this a million times, especially if you're a flight attendant. I'm sure you're even doing this, but especially on those days, staying hydrated, drinking enough water will make you feel really comfortable. Because I used to make this mistake back in the days when I initially started flying. I used to not drink water, especially when I used to be on my periods, because I didn't want to have to go to the lavatory and use it again and again. But then later I realized that that was a mistake. So don't do the same mistake. Another thing I want to talk about is menstrual cup. Now I've done enough research on this and also spoken to a lot of my fellow crew members. They find it extremely convenient to use a menstrual cup, especially in the longer duty hours. But mind you, they've been wearing it for a prolonged period of time, hence the comfort and the familiarity. But if you are planning to switch to a menstrual cup, I would not recommend you to wear it on your flight duty. Rather, just choose to try it at the comfort of your home. See how it works, see how you feel, try it a couple of times, in fact, more than a couple of times, and then eventually make this a part of your life. Wear breathable cotton underwears, and I highly recommend you to start using period panties if you aren't already, because I'm telling you, it just adds such a security. When you have like longer flights and longer duty hours, it just makes you forget about the worry of leakage and everything, at least for a few hours. So they are just so great, especially if your uniforms are, well fitted and stuff. It just adds another layer. That's it for today, guys. I hope you took away something from the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.